After I watched this particular video, which I would love you guys to watch, I became more worried and also scared about Nigeria. Like 70 Nigeria soldiers were sentenced to death by doing the right thing. Just that they cried out that they are out of ammunition to fight Boko Haram. My people, this story deep. Like, I don't even have anything to say. Like, just as I said that I am kind of scared about Nigeria, honestly. And many thanks to Arise News for this wonderful presentation. Just take a listen.
In this special report, Arise correspondent Oyeteme George examines the issues and how the ex-soldiers are coping since their unceremonious exit from the army.
From a distance, a lonely canoe and two figures paddle in the Fangbe River in Yenagoa Council area of Bayelsa State. The water is quiet, save for the meaningless chatter of happy children as the weary fishermen approach the shore. I meet Endurance Kulukulu at the waterfront of his community. After toiling all day, all he gets is this dangling fish, struggling for survival. The young man was a private awaiting promotion in the Nigerian Army in 2014 when he and other soldiers faced a court-martial for refusing to fight terrorist organization Boko Haram in a special mission to recapture Dalua and Damboa in Borno State. Endurance Kulukulu is willing to share his experience with me, and of course that painful disengagement from the Nigerian army.
Went to Damboa, Goza, Polka, Atagara, Gava 1, Gava 2, all those places we walk around. We went to Gamburu Gala, Meduguri, Mariti, close to Shad. We have been dealing with them, not on the equipment that they did not give to us to go and fight. So what we use is only yilos. What we need before is APC. I'm alive today. I'm even thanking God. We enter in an ambush. We lost about 21 men. 2 by 19 is what we lost that day. So we now say they should give us this weapon to fight those deadly sects. They refuse to give us. So we say, except they give us that thing, we cannot go and commit suicide.
I'm in Ikodo streets in the Ikeja area of Lagos State, where I've come to speak with Daniel Audu, one of the soldiers granted pardon by the President Muhammadu Buhari administration after the Council of State's approval.
Nigeria is not being fair to us. I fought for this country in the Northeast there more than a year, and you discover that when we embarked on mission, we lost some competent men that are supposed to be the defender of this country because of inferior weapon. And we are still appealing to the government that without that weapon, this country cannot withstand the challenges that is ongoing. For how long that the military are there fighting in Meduguri? If we are being given the appropriate weapon, fighting Boko Haram won't take us more than 6 months, because I know the training we had.
Sunday Godwin was a private at the time of the incident. Now a pastor, he lives in a remote part of one of the southwestern states of the country. The army authorities charged a total of 58 soldiers with mutiny and were sentenced to death by a court-martial in December 2014 for demanding weapons when the general officer commanding the 7th Division of the Nigerian Army visited a military camp in the war zone. 12 soldiers were earlier convicted and sentenced to death in September of the same month, raising the number to 70 on death row.
That's in 2014, December 17. We were given death penalty by firing squads. We were moved to Kirikiri prison. The death sentence was now commuted to 10 years imprisonment. With the effort of God and the effort of Sanfemi Falana, because he never give up. All through this journey, he never give up. He made sure we get justice.
His narrative paints a picture of survival in the face of what he describes as unmatched weaponry at the battlefront.
If you see the kind of weapon those terrorists are having, in fact, we wish we are the one having this kind of weapon. Within 24 hours, those terrorists will not survive it. RPG have become, some of them, their personal weapon. You see them with MPMG, BNG. You see them with AK-47, with different type of bomb, mortar bombs. Even missiles they use it, they have all kinds of sophisticated weapons. Those BokoHar, whenever they see us, they will say they should catch us with hand. It's only AK-47 we have. They should catch us with hand. They will be saying, Kamasu, there are another way, should catch us with hand. And if they are coming in numbers, thousands.
In chronological sequence, the soldiers were detained on August 4, 2014. A court-martial started on October 17 the same year. They were sentenced to death on December 17, 2014. After a year, the death sentence was commuted to 10 years imprisonment in December 2015. However, it is believed that the grant of a pardon by the Council of State in 2021 may have been strengthened by the interim report of an arms procurement panel set up earlier by President Muhammad Buhari to probe the military procurement process by the previous administration. President Buhari alleged that under the previous administration, troops were denied weapons to fight Boko Haram and thousands of lives were lost because of rampant fraud in the procurement process in the light of an alleged diversion of $2.1 billion voted to buy equipment for the armed forces to fight against the insurgents through the office of the National Security Advisor under retired Colonel Sambo Dasuki. The allegations were denied by the retired colonel and former President Goodluck Jonathan's statement that he never approved the alleged arms deal somehow doused the controversy generated.
Never again! Never again!
Intrigued by Femi Falana's decision to take the case of the 70 soldiers pro bono, I visit the chambers of the Senior Advocate of Nigeria at number 35 Adekunle Fajuyi Way in Ikeja, Lagos State. He gives reasons for taking up the matter.
They didn't join the army to commit suicide, but to fight. If in the process of fighting to defend the country, they lost their lives, that shouldn't be a problem. But not to give them weapons to fight, for us, was a criminal action on the part of the authorities. But the members of the court martial didn't listen to us. They convicted and sentenced
But a reintegration into the society as civilians has not been easy, as a non-release of their discharge certificates has proven to be a stumbling block to their economic survival. Rescued by the heavens, a soldier's tale in the line of duty is a story of faith, perseverance, and the enduring power of hope. Its author is one of the 70 soldiers disengaged from the army but grateful to be alive to tell the story.
Muhammad Buhari, former president, gave us pardon July 2022. Ourselves and other senior officer. The senior officer has collected his entitlement, General Kuti. He has collected his entitlement since then till now. In fact, as we are now, we cannot even secure a better job anywhere. Wherever you go, they request for your discharge certificate. And at this time, we are still here. We couldn't get our benefit. Our children cannot go to school. The other day, one of our colleagues fell sick. We have to start begging money to treat him.
I wanted to join a security company, but when I go there, I told them I am a military personnel. They asked me, where is your discharge certificate? So for that, I couldn't get the job. Since then, no job, no nothing.
In response to human rights lawyer Femi Falana and the 70 soldiers, the director, Army Public Relations, Major General Onyema Nwachukwu, sent a message. Quote, "The situation as it presently stands concerning the 70 Nigerian army personnel who were granted presidential pardon after being tried for mutiny and sentenced is that they remain discharged from service and to be paid discharge benefits. There is, however, a lacuna here because the official gazette of their pardon did not publish their service numbers alongside their names, and the concerned personnel have not physically presented themselves to the Department of Personnel Management of the Nigerian Army to fill the necessary forms and to comply with other protocols for their discharge. They need to physically report to the Department of Personnel Management with their identification cards and other relevant service documents to complete the procedure for discharge." End of quote. At the height of the insurgency in Nigeria's northeast, Baga fell when Boko Haram attacked the headquarters of the Joint Task Force in 2015. The army said that officers failed to repel the attack when Brigadier General Eniton Ransom Kuti was commander. However, during his trial, the officer denied all the charges, and his lawyer argued that the Nigerian army failed in its duties to provide the necessary equipment in the war against the terrorists. He was tried, convicted, and jailed for 6 months.
We also got the same pardon for a general whose rank was reduced to a colonel. The military authorities have since restored this rank and paid him his entitlement, benefits. So it is discriminatory that these soldiers have not been given their own entitlements. And that is why they have come again to me to request me to continue to press the authorities to address their own problems.
We are still appealing to our own president, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, to help us intervene in this matter and meet with the Nigerian army or invite them on this matter. Let the needful be done to us. If one person has been attended to, let us also be attended to, because the same pardon that carried us. Does it mean that the power vested on the president is not effective? And we are still appealing to the Senate President, the Senate Committee on Army, the NSA. They should please intervene. Minister of Defense, 70 soldiers are dying in silence. They should help us and let our right be given to us. Let us be settled. Chief of Defense Staff and also the new Chief of Army Staff presently, General Olufemi, he should intervene and look into this our matter.
While the 70 soldiers appealed to Aso Villa, General Ransom Kuti had since gone to church for a Thanksgiving service to celebrate what could be described as absolute freedom. The general's Thanksgiving is a subtle reminder of the predicament of the 70 soldiers seeking equal treatment from the Nigerian army. They hope for good news from the army headquarters in a period of harsh economic realities in the country. In the meantime, Nigerian troops have been recording a string of successes in the fight against the terrorist organization in the north, perhaps in sharp contrast with the situation 11 years ago.
In 2014, we had some restrictions in getting equipment from our foreign partners. But now, because of the professionalism of our force, they have no more concerns selling us equipment. So now we have grown in our equipment holding, ranging from aircraft to military platforms. And this has brought about overwhelming military force and pressure on the terrorists. And as you know today, we have over 120,000 terrorist combatants that have surrendered. That is in the northeast. We presently have surrendering going on in the north central as well as in the northwest.
Forgiveness is an attribute of the divine, and that the Council of States demonstrated in 2022. And as I stand at the base of the unknown soldier whose heroic exploits at war is the very essence of the annual Armed Forces celebration and Thanksgiving Day, 70 Nigerians come to mind. Their plea is for the Army to release their terminal benefits and discharge certificates to ease their troubles as they gradually get used to life outside the barracks. Their sufferings should nudge on the conscience of the authorities concerned to do what is right and save their souls, for time is of the essence. From Yenagoa, the Bayelsa State capital, Ovieteme George, Arise News.
Thank you, Ovieteme George, for that excellent report. Joining us on the show this morning is Ayodele Olawale and Bankole Taiwo, two ex-soldiers that were part of the pardoned 70 soldiers that were dismissed, as highlighted in that report we just watched. Well, good morning to you both and welcome to the morning show.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, sir. Thanks for having us.
Gentlemen, thank you for joining us. I think Ovieteme George has done a good work of presenting two sides of the story. Your side of the story, and then we had Major General Nwachukwu saying in that report that they dismissed, they discharged 70 soldiers, pardoned soldiers who mutinied, including your good selves, that you have not gone through discharge procedures. Is that true? Because that's what the response from the military is. Is it the protocol that when you are discharged, you have to go and provide your service numbers and also go through due process before you can even talk about benefits? I would like that to be addressed one after the other, and then again, tell us about your experience. I mean, a soldier is not supposed to go into mutiny, and the story was telling us, the terrorists were better armed. Okay, soldiers are known for their chivalry, not to run away from the enemy. But if you can just give us part of that background to hear directly from you, not necessarily from the documentary. Well, let's start with you, sir.
Well, thank you, sir. Well, I am here proper discharge out of the army. So we are from the battle, from the theater ground to a detention. From the theater ground to a detention, from detention to court martial, from court martial to maximum prison. Facing the death sentence, hoping on God, what God will do. Our defendants, this Sanfemi Falana, was outside there pushing all this. But before this matter was reversed, the sentence was reversed, the death sentence was reversed to 10 years imprisonment. We were there. We don't have access to go out. We were there. We were given this pardon. So when we are given this pardon, the army is an organization that has their legal department and everything. So our defendants now, Sanfemi Falana, the lawyer, engaged them time after time, and they were using delayed tactics. They will tell him this story today, tell him. In fact, I'm surprised to hear this. What is it? As I'm talking to you, my service number is this. I can just give it to you. And they have a record. They have the numbers of men that were sentenced, the numbers of men that were court-martialed. So I'm shocked and surprised this morning to be hearing that we have not provided our service number for proper disengagement. So, sir, I don't really understand what that's.
Okay. Well, Mr. Taiwo, thank you also for, coming on to this show. We are having this conversation at a very auspicious time. Tomorrow is Armed Forces Remembrance Day. At a time we're celebrating fallen heroes and we're celebrating, honoring men and women who are served to protect the sovereignty of this country. Now, Mr. Taiwo, what's your own take on this subject about submitting discharge papers and service numbers and what you faced at the war front? We would like to hear from you, so that you people have to take to your heels, to run away from the bandits, the insurgents, the terrorists. A soldier is supposed to defend the country at any cost. But they say you people ran away.
It's a lie.
Tell us about it.
Thank you, sir.
People would like to know.
My name is Bankole Taiwo, ex-last corporal. Sir, in 2014, September 12, that was when the battle took place. I was deployed in Gubio. in Maiduguri. Now, our CEO now address us. Our present CEO now, our CEO then is the 82 Div GOC, Colonel H.T. Dada. That is his name. So now he told us that we should go to embark for the fight at Kafia Forest in Gubio. So now we navigated to Kafia Forest in Gubio. They told us that they were going to give us jets that will go ahead of us because we don't know how the place is like. And now when they got there, when the jet came and just came to do Barazana, all of us, our morale was high. Our morale was high to go for that fight. By getting to that theater ground, everywhere were just Boko Haram territory. Now they just enveloped every one of us. So we just seen battle, bombshell. We fought that fight. 12 September 2013, that was when that fight happened, sir. So by coming back, so when we were being enveloped, because no proper arrangements, I was only Kalashnikov with 60 rounds. So at the end, so we cannot be able to repel that attack, but we are inside the battleground. But by the special grace of God, God took us out of that battleground before we came back to the camp. When we get to our camp, sir, that was when they asked us to go back for reinforcement, to go and bring those that are dead. We lost about 60-something soldiers instantly. We lost 60-something soldiers that very day, sir, when we came back to the camp. So that was when most of us were saying that you people deceive us. What you have to provide for us, you did not provide for us. That is where they changed the story to Mutiny, sir.
Okay. Well, But the Dada that you referred to, that will probably be Taiwo Dada, right?
Taiwo Dada.
Taiwo Dada, yeah.
Hassan
He's
Taiwo
not,
Dada.
yeah, he's not a brigadier general.
He's not
I
a
know him
major
very
general
well.
now.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for your accounts, and I think it's really brave of you to come on here and really advocate for yourselves. You have made your demands, or at least expressions known. You want your discharge certificate, and you also want an opportunity to continue life after the military.
Yes.
But I want to ask you, because what you described happened about 13 years ago, 2013 or 12 years ago to this day. Have things changed? I ask because here we try to talk about the welfare of our gallant soldiers. We can say all we can or what we will about our soldiers, but we often try to talk about improving the welfare. I know you still keep in touch with some of your colleagues, and this is for both of you. Has it changed? Are you better equipped? Is the treatment better? No. Are you more confident to face the enemy, with what you have on ground? I think it would be great because we need to move forward and change things. I would like to ask you, and then I'll come to you too, Mr. Bankole.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. I really appreciate you for this question. The truth is that things has not changed. Things has not changed. The truth is that, my colleagues in the army, those are still in the system, they will not want, if they are here now, they won't be able to tell you that things has changed. They will just tell you all is well. Because, in the force, there is this pattern that, the reason why we suffered mutinying of the thing was because we speaked out. Was because we cried out. There was nothing, all Nigerians know there was nothing like mutiny. We fought, we did the best we could do. We did the best we could do. But simply because we cried out that this wicked and deadly set that come against us, that terrorize the country, they are more equipped in terms of weapon. When Boko Haram are coming, they are coming all the way from they are coming to attack us here. All the way from Lekki, they will be shooting. You'll be hearing the sound of MG. You understand? If you want to come and fight me here, you are supposed to come in hiding, ambush me, and unknown to me, then you start attack. You understand? Yes. They will be coming with full confidence. They use drum. Drums. Yes. Then there's a diesel inside that drums. Yeah. They belt their ammunition on GPMG. Yeah. As a result of that diesel, there will be no stoppages. The only thing you will be hearing is that's what you'll be hearing. From Lekki to this place, you'll be hearing their sound. That is to tell you that we are coming. We are not scared. Do you understand? Yes. And they are doing that because they understand that they will never run out of ammunition. They will never run out of ammunition. You can now imagine they are coming to meet us. Me, the highest I have with me, the highest rounds I have with me is 60 rounds, 30 rounds, 2 magazines. So I have to start as a trained person. We are trained personnel. Yeah. We have to start making sure that we count our rounds. Each bullet counts. Each bullet performs the work, the what you sent it for. Do you understand? Yes. But at a time, the last operation we went to at Kafia Forest, the time that, like my colleague rightly said, when those people have an upper hand on us was that when they begin to hear soldiers shouting, "Ammo, ammo, ammunition," this tell them that, oh, these people are out of ammunition. And before you know, they flank us right, left. And before you know, Boko Haram are by the right, Boko Haram by the left, Boko Haram before us, Boko Haram behind us. You understand? It takes God's grace for us. So for any one of them saying we are turning back, nothing has changed. Like one of my colleagues said, if we have enough weapon, sophisticated weapon, ammunition, we are going for. We already identified these people.
So you are able to handle
We are more than able. Nigerian soldiers are more than able to tackle the ongoing.
Thank you very much. I'll bring you Mr. Bankole before we go. I know our time is fast spent. I want your own perspective. And now, very specifically, what would you want the Nigerian Army to do to improve the lot of your colleagues, or at least ex-colleagues who are still there? Because tomorrow, like Dr. Bati had identified, is Armed Forces Remembrance Day. We don't want to lose more soldiers, especially for negligence or for the fact that you're not equipped enough. So what would you like them to do?
Thank you, ma'am. What I just want the Army to do for the ones that are still in the service today is that let them take good care of them. in terms of their welfare, in terms of their environment, their health. Let me just use as an example. They value the senior officers. The senior officers, they value them more than the young officers and it is the young officers that are performing the job rightly, but they will not take care of go and look the environment in the barrack, very tattered area, dirty area, using no water, nothing, no electricity, like in a Ikeja cantonment. Things are not even okay there. And let me say, as a security personnel, as a security operative in this country, they're supposed to take good care, because we are the one dying for the nation. We are the one that will be dying for the nation. We are the one that is defending the nation. So what I just want, because as rightly you say that tomorrow which is the for Armed Forces Remembrance Day, yeah. There are many fallen heroes. Their family are suffering. Never even knew that they have passed through. They have passed through military perspective before. So what I would just want them to do is that let them take good care of these soldiers, because I think that I'm no more there anymore now. But by the special grace of God, things will get better.
Yes, well, thank you so much to you both, Mr. Bankole Taiwo and, of course, Mr. Ayodele Olawale. Indeed, statistically speaking, we now have better equipment. We have strong air support and supply. What we see that translate to is better equipping of our servicemen currently. And we're hoping that will trickle down. We'll begin to see the changes that we expect. But thank you very much for your time, and for relaying your experience 13 years ago, to today.
My people, what a story. Like, this is so heartbreaking to hear. Like, if a soldier can be sentenced to death just because they cried out that they are out of ammunition to fight Boko Haram, then what is the fate of ordinary Nigerians? Just as Dele Farotimi and Aisha Yusuf always said, that we all are victims. It's just a matter of time. No one is free in this country called Nigeria. What a country. My people, I don't know what you think about this video. I would love you guys to leave your thoughts in the comment section as always, and also give the video a thumbs up so that YouTube will recommend it for other people to watch. Thank you everyone for watching. I will see you guys in my next one. Goodbye for now.
Welcome to Chamress News TV.